All right, guys, this is my box break from Boomo's 50 caser. It was sent medium flat rate. I spent $300, a little over $300, on a couple different spots. So the box is done pretty well. He taped the flaps, which is, I'd like to see. I put a little bit more tape, but I'd probably just overkill it, to be honest with you. So this is probably just fine. And this is obviously from Boomo. I took everything off, but it's got the it's got the whole Boomo thing going there. So let's just see how they were packed. I'm gonna assume I get them the same way everybody else got theirs. So now they're boxed within the box, so they're double box. So that's no complaint there. Just bring them out. This is a 400 counter. It's a brand new box. Little bit of movement inside the box. Personally, I'd prefer not, but as long as they're not damaged, it doesn't really matter. But when you've got one of these, you don't want to have movement inside the box, because as this is being moved around, it's also being, you're going to get these cards that are moving, they're going to move. Not a huge complaint. I'm just trying to explain as I go. Here's another 400 counter, and these have a lot of movement. You can actually hear them move inside, so that's not a plus. But if they're not damaged, I'm not going to raise any kind of a stink about it. He also used padding, so okay with that. No invoice unless they're inside these 4 boxes. Let's see how well this is. Okay, so what I had that I heard was probably this. The David doll was probably sliding back and forth. There is some protection here. There's none here at the top. I'd have put a little bit in, but again, if they're not damaged, that's not a complaint. So that's more preference than anything that might necessarily be needed. So let's see what we got here. I did get less David doll than I thought I was going to get, but not less than what I should have gotten. I just, when I bid on the auction, I had a different number in my mind than what actually happened. So there should be 5-ish in here. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So no sleeve, and they were all in one top loader, but there's no damage that I can see on the cards. So I would not going to raise any kind of a complaint about that. I'm looking at the corners. It was one thing I was a little concerned about, was the corners. And I don't see anything wrong with them. So this is Taylor Hawkins' lot. I had chrome and base. So that is chrome and base. You can see. Again, there's no damage on these cards at all that I can see. So let's see what we got here. And I would not have sleeved the refractors, so I'm not upset that they're not sleeved. I wouldn't have done it. I'd have sleeved gold. I'd have sleeved and top-loaded gold and up. So this is not any different than the way I'd have done it. 2 blue. So far. Looks like there's some more color over here. Now this card right here, I would have expected this to come in a top loader, sleeved and top loaded. It didn't, but I don't see any damage. 27 out of 50. So Boomo will hear no complaint from me. There's another blue. The rest of the refractors. This is all Taylor Hawkins in this box, so that's pretty cool. I hit a ton of him. He's a long shot. He's a long shot. I got him pretty cheap. He went 12th round, so I didn't spend very much on that. I think I spent about what I would spend on shipping. The expensive lots that I purchased are going to be Richie Shaffer. So here we have some more cards. Let's see who's in here. And I do not have any auto slots, so I won't be able to show you guys the auto spots, but I can show these to you. All right, so these are Thomas Coyle. Thomas Coyle was 9th round for the Rays. I do not see any damage on the corners, you know, at all. So there might be, you know, slight minor things, but I opened 42 cases, and I can tell you that they did come out of the box that way. I do have some Stephen Schills cards, number 73, that were sent to me by mistake. Just 2 of them, guys. It's when you're doing 50 cases, if you accidentally ship 2 cards to the wrong guy, it's nothing to be too upset about. So I'm just looking for my color refractors, hoping for another gold. Here, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4 blue, and I did hit another gold. Look at that. So little off center. Off-centered, Boomo. Not your fault, pal. I can't blame off-center on you. And just gonna slide through them, but they look fine to me. I got these guys, the Thomas Coyle and the Taylor Hawkins. I just added them in since I had already spent $200 on Shaffer. And see, this blue right here has a touched corner, but the card in front of it and the card behind it do not. So that probably and almost definitely came out of the pack that way. All right, so let's see this box here. All right, packed the same way. Cards look fine. Now I would be surprised if I did have an issue, if I saw something I didn't like. So let's just go ahead and pull these out, see who we got here. Ah, there he is, Richie Shaffer. This is the reason that I got into the Boomo 50 caser at all. I mean, I'm already opening 42K. I ended up opening 44, but at the time I knew I was opening 42. So I'm really hoping for a gold. I pulled 2 for myself anyway. 2 blue refractors. Uh-oh, there he is. My 3rd gold Shaffer. There is no damage on that gold at all. And another blue. So it looks like 3 blue and a gold. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't see any corner damage on the cards. No corner damage on the Shaffers. I'm not going to count them. I might count them later if you guys are curious, but you know, I'm assuming that I got about 100 chrome. Here is 1 silver ice. I had the silver ice spot, so I'm hoping for about 5 Shaffer silver ice. Here they come. Looks like 3, which is it's below average, but it's not crazy. You could just could have gotten 3. So 3 Richie Shaffer ice. I was really hoping for a red or a purple, but that was a gamble. That was me gambling on that. All right, let's see what I got in this last spot here. Clayton Henning. I hit a 2 printing plates of him for myself. There's a blue refractor. 2 more blue. Look at that. I hit a gold in every spot. That's awesome. So Clayton Henning, some blues and a gold. Now the gold isn't guaranteed. There's a good chance you'll hit a gold. Some guys probably hit couple golds. Clayton Henning, 3 blue paper and an orange paper. You see, I got the chrome spot and the paper spot on these guys. I was pretty lucky to get them both. And look at that. Clayton Henning red ice. So I did get a red ice. It just wasn't in the Shaffer spot. So that's pretty cool. I got 3 silver ice and 1 red ice of Clayton Henning. Now these cards here, let me show you what I mean. These cards here is a lot. Were damaged. It was probably in shipping. I'm trying to show it on the camera, but I think you can see it right there. The corners on these 8 cards, this corner was dinged, so it was probably in shipping at one point. They probably just slammed. But again, it's just 8 cards. Everything else seems fine. If I had shipped them myself, I could have easily gotten a complaint that 8 cards had been damaged in shipping. So it's not something that is extremely out of the ordinary. Somebody could have sent me a message just as easy and said, "Hey man, I got 8 chromes that are messed up. What's up?" So no complaint from me. I'm not worried about the 8. I don't think it was unreasonable that a couple cards in shipping got hurt out of all these. I mean, I got all these cards, guys. Check this out. I got all this right here. All this just came from Boomo. Packed well, in my opinion. Again, I would have packed the gold and the red ice. I'd have put those in top loaders, but you know, I'm not unhappy. I'm not unhappy with this at all. So I'm going to upload this to YouTube. If there had been damage, I would not have. I would have just taken it straight up with Boomo. But he's going to get positive feedback with 5 stars from me. So we'll call it an expose and see how many people think I'm going to bash him. No bashing here. Pretty happy with the way my cards arrived. So thanks, Boomo, and I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.